So I was kind of like very emotional about this video because like really I feel what these ladies are doing with the guys, how they're using them at this point. I'm not saying that all the ladies are bad. Hello. My name is Luba.
And my name is Striker.
And he allowed me to do this video. I really wanted to do it. Like really want. Tell me what you want. What you really want.
I'll tell you what I want. Really want.
Okay, so this topic that we usually, we don't like talking about scammers. We try not to deal with them, but this situation, like with all invasion and stuff, and guys trying to rescue women, that is actually good, of course. Like this is, I believe that men should do it. Men should
lead.
Men should lead, definitely, and this is exactly the quality that Ukrainian ladies are looking for. But on our Telegram community, we have guys who are our clients that we know personally, and just guys who watching our YouTube videos and subscribe as well. Some of the guys that are watching us or subscribe to Telegram are not the guys who I don't know, maybe they've never been to Ukraine, maybe they're planning their in the future their trip, or guys who are doing the letter writing and they listen to our video, they understand that it is not right, but they kind of on this hook, right? They can't get out. Like it's so difficult, and especially nowadays when all of these ladies become like so active and write so much, saying like how horrible is that, how terrible is that, and how much they need help.
But by ladies, you realize that
letters.
Letters. Someone is writing these letters, right?
Yes, and I feel. The reason that I'm trying to do this video is not even talking about the scammers and like what they do. It's about the guys who feel this sorrow. It's pain, right?
Yeah.
Like this pain for these ladies, they're trying to help them and they can't. Because you know what? I will open you a secret. These ladies doesn't want to be helped. In a matter of like the guys are messaging me, like especially the first 2 weeks, I got so many messages like, Luba, like my fiance need to leave. Okay, of course, if it is your fiance, your girlfriend that you met, that you in relationship, waiting for visa, I was on phone constantly trying to help and find legit taxi, legit driver, legit bus, legit whatever to help ladies to get out, trying to find the schedule for the trains, because some ladies were scared to go by bus or go with a car. They wanted to go by train, they thought it's more safe, of course. But there was also a lot of guys who were saying like, Luba, this letter, I know, like he was telling me that he need to rescue his girlfriend, but by conversation I understood that he doesn't even ever met her. And when I was asking him question, how did you meet her, like have you ever seen her in person, this and this, the guy was like, one guy to be honest, like shaded me that it was strange because he didn't want to answer this question. He didn't feel comfortable. He understood that he's making mistake, but he can't stop himself. So these ladies, they didn't want, and still they don't want to be helped. I have a guy who is messaging me already I don't know, maybe 2 weeks in a row, saying like, give me your phone number, give me everything, like my girlfriend can't leave, my girlfriend can't do this, like she is in the city, like she can't get out, she's in Odessa. And I don't want to go into much details because I asked him to send me a picture of this lady, and I told him everything that I think of her because I know her personally from my past job, if you understand what I mean. And he doesn't want to believe in any of that. But she is just like, I'm not saying that everything is good in Odessa. They're trying to defend the city so good, and I'm so proud of people who are there. But at the moment, if you want to leave cities like Dnipro, not Kharkov, but Dnipro, Zaporozhye, Odessa, Kyiv, it is way. I'm not saying it is easy, but it is possible to leave. And the cities are not blocked, and you still can leave. It may take some hours, it may take, sometimes you need to have a plan, you need to organize everything, you need to learn everything, but it is possible. This lady particularly, about whom I'm talking about right now, she doesn't want to leave because like him, she has another 10 ones who are, sending her money, supporting her, and trying to rescue her, when she is sitting at home comfortably and doesn't want to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, and it may even be, if you look at it from a little bit of a different point of view, is that like, she's not resisting not to leave. How should I say it? Like he's saying, I'll get you out of there. And she's getting money from this guy like every week or every month for the past year or whatever it is. And then he's saying, I'm going to rescue you, I'm going to get you out of there. Now is the time. And he's probably sending her articles and stories and ways to get out. And she's saying, yeah. And she just comes up with every excuse under the sun. But he's the one that's instigated that, because now's the time to lead. If it is a relationship, and you have met each other and you are, you've been dating, you've come back, even if you've met her once and you had this intimate, romantic, sexual relationship, then yes, you probably should do something, because if you're just going to sit back and do nothing, she's just going to see you as like some weakly dude who
you can't expect her to be with you in this
Yeah.
relationship.
So there's a line here that you have to like figure out for yourself. You've got to keep your head on your shoulders with this stuff here and go, this is what I'm doing. Does that make any sense? And it's difficult, you know. We see these guys, we've seen them for years. They can't see quite in there until they're out of it. And even then they can't see out of it as well.
Until they spend like thousands of dollars, and then they call us and say, you know, I spent like about $50,000 on this lady and I
Yeah.
never even met her. So you need to understand the line for yourself, that if you haven't seen her, yes, it's one thing that if you haven't seen her, but you're staying in touch all the time on Viber, and you just didn't have chance to meet her because you were planning
Yeah.
to, but you know, this all that started. But if it is just a letter writing and then you don't even know her, but she's complaining, trust me, you need to understand that you need to protect yourself as well, and your soul and your heart that will be hurt bad time, because you expect her to come to you and you will feel like you're her king. She may say that even. She may even say that, but it doesn't mean that. Because everybody who wants to leave, we're helping them a lot. They can leave the country.
Yeah, they can, and that's as you know, we see a lot of like destruction and all this stuff, but this is places like Mariupol where, like, you know, we would never even think about going there with clients or anything like
And
that.
then, like,
Or
I mean,
Donetsk, you
it's
know?
like I feel like I was talking to the lady from Chernihiv today. I was staying in the line to get the medical card, and this lady said that, you know, her city is completely destroyed. They get out, like your sister staying with the old mother, like in a village in the countryside. Even they, you know, the bridges are burned. Even they was able to leave, but and I feel horrible. Like, you know, I don't like want to start this, you know, like tell my story about the country, but I'm talking about like the most of the guys who, like, we talk about exact cases, you know, that happening.
Yeah.
Like all these guys are talking to the ladies in the cities that are easily can leave. They just don't want, because, like, for example, like if the lady really wants to leave and she has a man who supports her, who wants to help her, she would leave, because she may not leave if she doesn't have money, if she doesn't know where to go. But
Yeah.
if the guy is supporting her, why would she not leave? Like, of course, it is safer, and like at least you don't have to, in the middle of the night, wake up and go to the bunker because of the sirens and alarms. So she would leave, but if she's not leaving, please rescue yourself. You better like help some people who really need that help.
Yeah.
You know, and children.
Yeah.
And not the ladies who is just playing with your mind.
Yeah, with, you know, there's we've been talking a little bit, you know, Lubin, also some other friends as well, about why people didn't leave, you know, because of course we see those cities that are flattened, but it's only a very small part of Ukraine. You have to understand it's in Odessa, running water, internet, power, people who have heating. It's just kind of life, I won't say life is normal, but as normal as it can be under the situation that's going on there, right? So, and of course people are scared, there's these air sirens going off and all that sort of stuff, but what's the alternative, you know? People may not have enough money to like go to another country. All they can do is go to Poland, and then what? We know people who are sleeping on the floor with, you know, 100 other people in like a hall or something like that, eating bread and drinking water, and no toilet, or, you know, not much sanitary sort of position, environment. You know, that's the option. Or, and we even talked about it before we left, it's like, well, here it's like, you know, running water, got a shower, got my bed, got everything, I'm comfortable. Or to go out there and, you know, not
You don't know,
what's
like
out
people
there.
can't rent a property.
And that was us thinking that. You know, imagine if you have like literally like nothing else at all. So it's comfortable, it's more comfortable to stay there, maybe put the headphones on at night and try and drown out the sound of the sirens or whatever that they're doing there. But, you know, it is what it is, you know, but with this video here, it's like, basically, number one, do not do letter writing, okay? Like I've always said it, but now I'm really saying it. It is just going to be
it's a waste, you know. It's just like, you can do it if it make you happy, like whatever,
don't.
you know.
It won't make you happy.
It won't make you.
won't make
like
you
the
happy.
thing is that it won't make you happy. This is the case, that you like, it's a fantasy that you think that is like you're doing something good, but you know, you need to help like some real people, like if you can do it. And like you may like, I kind of like feel that there are some guys who are watching this video now and saying like, yeah, it's so easy for them to speak about that. They're sitting here like under the sun and these palms. You know, trust me, like I do so much help and support, you know, of talking and helping people to get out, to get in, to bring something, to get something, medicine and etc., that I know exactly what's happening in each city. And I don't mind to help, like, you know, if you have a lady, of course, and even if you're not our client and you just subscribe to Telegram, and you know, I'm happy to help, but I don't want, you know, my thing was always like the reason that we started the Heart Rocket, because I wanted to say the truth and I didn't have a chance before. Now it's, you know, we were always protecting guys We did it before, we do it now, and we will always do that. This is what Hard Target is about. It's about matching people, but it's like ERS, education, resources, and support.
And protecting, as about protecting
and
people as
protecting people as well.
in many different ways.
Yeah. So I was kind of like very emotional about this video because like really I feel what these ladies are doing with the guys, how they're using them at this point. I'm not saying that all the ladies are bad.
No.
I'm not saying that you don't have to support them, but just be wise about that. And if you never saw this person and it's just like some magical picture that you see online, please be smarter than that and help people who really need your help.
And like if you watch the video that we did with Vaughan, like he did it, like he got her out, not just her, but you know, her friend as well, and so he went and did it, you know. And so it can be done. And if you are dating a lady and you sort of think, what to do, you can definitely talk to us and we'll give you, the best advice possible out of all the experiences that we've been experiencing lately. But, you don't have to try and get her to your country and get her over a border. That's kind of like an extreme case. You can just take her somewhere and hang out there for a bit and still continue with your relationship. Put the war aside, just cut it off. There's nothing that you can do about it. This is something that I've come to realize over the last week or so, is that you have to just cut it off and continue with life. Otherwise well, for us anyway, it was like in the morning you can't be bothered getting up, you sort of lost your mojo. But you have to cut it off and you have to go, okay, there's a lady that I really care about, like truly, we have an actual proper real relationship. What can I do now, in this situation? Is there something that I can do? Maybe meet her in another country in Europe, maybe get her to another country or meet her and then fly to Dominican Republic or something. Just come up with a plan and then do it. Don't just sit back, because this is, if you are in a relationship, this is your time as a man in that relationship to actually shine. It doesn't get any better than this in an actual situation.
Shine
really.
like a diamond.
Yeah.
Guys, subscribe to the channel. We see you in the next one.
We'll see you later.
But be safe and wise.